Many youth went and voted for Mr. Rouhani because of they wanted removal of the sanctions and engagement. But one of the main reasons that many youth went to vote were also promises of improvement in the situation of the human rights and the release of political prisoners. Now, about 3 years later, we see that unfortunately the situation of human rights has not improved, and in some situations it has even gotten worse, like this death penalty, where last year was probably the highest number of executions for annual execution for more than 20 years. When it comes to the civil society, the crackdown continues. Last week, human rights defender Nrgis Mohammadi was sentenced to 16 years in prison, 10 of the years only for establishing an anti-death penalty campaign, which is peaceful. Or صادقی sentenced to 19 years in prison for peaceful civil activities. And also when it comes to social freedom, recently police attacked the graduation party of some young students, boys and girls, and they were lashed 99 times because they were partying together. So my question to you is, one, when is the improvement of human rights coming now that the engagement has started and the nuclear agreement has reached? And two, how stable and secure can an establishment be that cannot tolerate peaceful civil activities or even a bunch of students partying together? Thank you.
Thank you. Well, actually, I think the people of Iran who went to the polls to vote for members of parliament only 2 months ago have shown that at least back home in Iran, they're happier than you are here looking from a distance with a tainted glass. So I hope that you can change your glass and look at Iran again. If people were so dissatisfied that you're saying they are, they wouldn't have participated in such huge numbers. All the radios that broadcast into Iran from outside were saying that every reasonable candidate had been disqualified. You remember all the noise about disqualifications? But people did try to have an impact on their own destiny. They came out in large numbers. In parliamentary elections where voting is not compulsory, 30–40% is a good turnout. Do you know what was the turnout in Iran in the last parliamentary election? 62%. So let's put a bit of grain of salt on your sort of Iranophobic depiction of Iran. Now, can our human rights improve? Of course. Are there problems? Of course. The death penalty is a problem, but the drug trafficking is also a problem. When you talk about the death penalty, the capital cases, do you also consider that over 80% of the capital cases involve drug trafficking? Do you also consider the fact that Iran confiscates some years close to 90% of the entire opiate confiscated in the world? That's a huge, huge quantity. We have offered 4,000 lives in fighting drug trafficking. That's a lot of people. So while I'm not here to defend or to say that human rights in Iran cannot improve, and it has been the political platform of President Rouhani to improve human rights situation, and I believe first and foremost the Iranian people deserve improvement in the human rights. I tend to disagree with you on the way you present a view of Iran, and people can go to Iran and see for themselves how our youth are operating, how our youth are conducting their lives, and whether one or two parties that you refer to is everything that is happening in Iran.